you don't have any right to fail. In whatever you are doing, you don't have any right to fail. Even if you are a bayam seller, if you are a speaker, if you are a teacher, if you are a pastor, if you are a digger, if you are a carpenter, if you are a business person, an entrepreneur, whoever you are, you don't have any right to fail. If you are alive now and breathing, you don't have any right to fail. In this dispensation, far back in the 17th centuries to the 18th century, we had what we call the agricultural age. Some people call it agricultural revolution. During the agricultural revolution, people that own lands and others who did not own vast lands, they had no option than to go to the people that own vast land and rent portions of the land to cultivate. And so the people that had land a lot, at the same time they built a lot of houses, and so people tend to learn to be renting lands from them and then houses from them, and that is where the name landlord came about, and that's how the name was coined. So the landlord was the person who had pieces of land to lease out to people who wanted to use it for a temporary time, for some time, to cultivate whatever they wanted to cultivate, and then after some time they give it back to the owner of the land, which was the landlord. So away from the agricultural age, somewhere around the 19th century, early 19th century, moving right up to the 1940s and 1950s, 1960s, we started having what we call the Industrial Revolution. So the Industrial Revolution actually came and did a lot. Now, let me amaze you with this. During the agricultural age, if you were smart, if you were intelligent, if you wanted to write a book, it was literally almost impossible for you to write a book by then, because there were no printing presses, there were no computers to type the book, and writing was tedious because people literally used to write with leaves and with feathers of animals. And so things were pretty difficult. Now, when the Industrial Revolution came, machines were introduced, and people started using machines to do work that man used to do only with hands. So people started going to school, and people were sending, organizations and companies were sending staff and employees to go and learn. And that's when we started having the 8 hours work every day, because companies and industry were hiring labor and they had to work for 8 hours every day. And that was the right number of times. If they could work for 8 hours every day, they could work now for over 42, 45 hours in a week. And that was the average work hour per day and per week. And so people started going to school. And then people decided to go and do further studies to come and learn how to operate machines better, because labor was intense. And so one significant thing that happened during the Industrial Revolution is that, or the Industrial Age, was that people who wanted to write books, people who wanted to create schools, they needed to go to people who had schools, who had machines, who had the computers, they could be able to get the books written. So having an idea was one thing, and executing the idea, you needed to have somebody who has the capital, who has the logistics, who has the equipment, the tools that could help you to execute your idea. And that means that you could literally have an idea, and the person who is helping you to execute the idea with his machines and with his tools and equipment, the person could almost have 50% or 40% or 30% of your idea in terms of the earnings, the result, the product, the profit, or the proceed of your idea. And life was tough. Life was very difficult. It was not an easy era to live. So we moved now from the Industrial Revolution to the Second Industrial Revolution third industrial revolution, which is what we call now the technology revolution, the internet age, which you and I, we are experiencing right now, where technology revolutionized everything to the extent that Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs, they brought in a lot of innovation, and the internet was highly innovated. And today we are reaping the fruits and the benefits of the technology revolution, my friend. It means that as I talk right now, I am in the US. I recorded this video and you are listening to it. Just 100 years ago, this was not possible. 80 years ago, 90 years ago, 25 years ago, this was almost impossible. But just lately, this is possible. It means that if you can fail in this dispensation where technology has made it possible for everybody to create his or her own stage in his house, in her house, it means that if you want to become a speaker, all you need probably at times is a phone like this one and a good internet connection. You can just become a speaker. You just go to create your social media account, Facebook account, LinkedIn account, YouTube account, and then you just have to create an account, and then you become a speaker, because you can speak on YouTube and people listen to you. You can speak on Facebook and people listen to you. You can speak on TikTok and people listen to you. You can speak on Instagram and people listen to you. You can speak on LinkedIn and people will hear you, and from then they can invite you, they can hire you. But that was not the case in the agricultural age. That was not even the case in the industrial revolution age. You see, so things have changed drastically to the extent that if you can fail in this dispensation of technology, where almost everybody is a technology native, then you have no excuse to fail, my friend. You have no excuse, because everything has been given to us that we take and we need to succeed. Like everything you need, you and I need to succeed, it's given already to us by God, by the world. And so the question you should be asking yourself right now is, what am I doing with the breakthrough in technology, in innovation? What are my excuses? Is it that you cannot drive? You can pay taxi, you can pay this. Is it you can pay a bike? Is it that you cannot write? You just write your book and even publish yourself. Is it that you're looking for places to speak? My friend, you can speak anywhere, in as much as you have a mobile phone, have a smartphone, you have the internet connection. Even if you don't have internet connection, there is a way you can always solicit for internet connection. So you don't have any excuse to fail. And if you fail, if you are failing, don't excuse yourself. Yesterday, I did a post on Facebook, and I was advising my 25 years old self. I'm 35 years. My birthday is going to be on the 1st of January, making me 36 years, and I'm proud to be 36. And in one of the points I said, in the 12 lessons I could have given myself if I was 25 years, I said, I think that was the last point. I said, don't blame anybody for your failure. Not even your parents, not even your government, not even your president, not even your uncles, your aunties, whoever that you'd claim he's responsible or she's responsible for your failure. You know what? They are not responsible for your failure. The real person that is responsible for your failure is you. It's you. My friend, I came out from a family where at a certain point I just became independent. I started paying my school fees. I started buying my dresses. I started paying my rent. I started doing stuff. And today, the things I have done, my parents have no clue, have no idea how I come about those things. And I never just want to bother my parents, because I believe that everything has been given to us. We just need to be innovative, curious enough to discover the things and leverage on them. So, what that means is that people that blame the government and blame people all around, this thing is not going well, oh, I'm hungry, oh, I have not eaten, oh, they have not paid my school fees and all. Those people do those things because they are too ignorant and they cannot see their blessings around. I personally don't like people that complain. I want you to come out with a solution. Be innovative, be creative, be curious. Figure out ways. Milton can testify. My wife, Laura, can testify. And many other people that work with me. They're like, If there's a problem, solve the problem and share with me the solution. These are the kind of people I love to work with them. And so am I saying that people who are supposed to take care of you, do responsibility they should not do, they should do it. But you should not totally depend on them to survive. Because God has given you everything. If you can see me right now talking, even if you cannot see me, you can hear, you can walk, you have the 2 legs, man, you are blessed. You don't have any excuse to fail. Because the universe, God has given you everything you ever need to succeed, because he brought you here on earth for a mission. He brought you on earth for a purpose. He did not bring you here to abandon you. And all you have to do is to figure out things together with God. Right now, if you're listening to me and you're currently frustrated, you're going through a lot of depression, trauma, anxiety, life is not working for you, and you're battling and fighting with life, my friend, I have good news for you. You just have to take a retreat, communicate with your maker, with your God, with your creator, because he created you to be a creator. The Bible says that he created you in his image and his likeness. It means that if he created you and he created many other things and he created you in his image and likeness, it means that you too can create things. You can do stuff. And so the greatest world, God has given you the ideas and the ability to create things. The most richest people in the world, they are people who create things. Elon Musk, he's a creator. Bill Gates is a creator. Mark Zuckerberg is a creator. You can name them. Jeff Bezos is a creator. You know, they are all creators because they are in the image of God. So they can create. If God could create things and created them to be in his image, then they could create. So one of the reasons at times why you could be broke and going through a lot right now is just because you have not been using that your ability to create. And God has given you the access, the opportunities, the latitude, the license to create. And what that means is that you don't need somebody to approve you before you do the things you want to do. In fact, don't misinterpret me. Women, married men, and all, you have to seek consent from each other. You know, children, you have to obey your parents and seek their advice at times. But at times, it's not necessary. It's not necessary. If God has given you the idea and he has approved it, then at times you even create it before you share. You know, this is what I've created, you know. Yeah, that's so important. That's so important. So you don't have any excuse. If you want to write a book right now, my friend, take your pen and start writing the book. Right? If you want to travel to any country right now, save money, create an account in the bank, save money, and travel. Right? If you want to speak anywhere right now, start by speaking to yourself. Open your camera, you know, and start speaking. Speak and upload the videos on any platform. Somebody somewhere would be inspired by what you're saying, and the person will start looking for you. And they will never look for you if they don't know you. So the question is, how are you making yourself to be known by the people that need you? How are you making yourself available to be sellable, to be marketable out there in the world to the people who need to hear your story? As a graduating student in public speaking, best in your class, how are you going to market yourself to let the world know about your message? If you don't create a YouTube channel and start uploading your videos, if you don't create your Facebook account and start sharing live videos, in educating and inspiring and entertaining people with your talent, with your giftedness, with your abilities, with your potentials, with your gifts God has given to you. So it's about working the work. It's about working the work. It's not about sitting and folding your arms and complaining how the government has not done that, how your parents have not done that, how the village people have not done that. No, they don't. In fact, your president might not even know you. But you have to show up. You don't have to say it's over. Why God has not said it's over? And so, there is this young guy who actually inspired me a lot. His name is Walters Carr. So, Walters Carr is a young American from Alabama State. So, in 2018, Walters Carr did something amazing. So, he applied to work in several schools as a high school student or a high school kid. And he was never taken for the employment. He was not taken for the job. He applied. And one company finally took him. And so this company that took him, he needed to be there in the next day to begin work after his interview. And so his car was down. It means that his car was bad. So he could not drive. He could not use his car to get to that employment center, you know. And like Milton will always do, most of the time, Milton trek, you know, from Maituri to the school, and I've always been so amazed. And I remember when I was in Bamenda in Cameroon, I would leave the office at times at 11 p.m. in the night. I would trek, I'll go home to Ndamukong. At times, I would trek from my house to school just because of the passion in what we're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Milton before I continue with this story. So what happens? Walter's car trek in the US, a distance of over 20 miles. That is over 35 to 40 kilometers in the US trekking. So he left in the evening and arrived somewhere in the morning. And along the way, the police officer saw him trekking in the night. And they stopped and asked him, "Hey, are you okay? Where are you going to?" And the guy was like, "I am going for a job. I'm going for a job. I got a job and I want to go. Sorry, my car was not in good state, so I decided to walk straight throughout the night." And that's how the police picked him up. They went and looked for one woman. And this lady accepted to help. And she was able to house Walter's car. And she actually took care of him, provided him food to eat and a place to sleep before he could continue the next day. And finally, Walters arrived his company location. And the CEO of the company did something phenomenal. The CEO learned that this gentleman trekked 20 miles. That's over 40 kilometers. Ladies and gentlemen, and the CEO was mesmerized. You know what? The CEO was just moved and he decided to offer his car to Walter's car as his new car. And that's how he received a car, a very beautiful Ford car. Not only that, the lady that he slept in his house decided to do a GoFundMe fund for this young man. And as the lady did the account, created the account, people all around America, they contributed over $100,000 US. And the money was given to Walter's car. You know what he did? He took $25,000 from the 100 that he received in 2018, and he donated it back to his high school. And the high school decided to honor him by making a scholarship, the name of Walters Scholarship. And he's giving money every single year to best students that are graduating from that college, because he took a risk, because he did not give excuses. So just like Walter's car, that might be your story tomorrow. So you see, he did not give an excuse that my car is down, I cannot get the job. No. He said, if I have to trade to get this job, I'm going to trade. If I have to work to get this job, I have to work. Some of you right now, you may be in situations where at times you got a job. Maybe you don't even have 200 francs to pay a bike, to pay a taxi to go to work. Come on, trade. Some of you are in situations right now where you know that your breakthrough is here, but you don't know how you're going to get there. My friend, get going. Your own policeman will meet you along the way. I know that in Cameroon at times, police people can even meet you and arrest you. Well, I'm not trying to demean what the police in Cameroon are doing. They're doing a great job. But I'm just saying that at times they could do that, you know. But again, who cares? I remember my mentor, Professor Madison, once said, Oliver, when you have a good heart, no matter what people say about you, no matter what people talk about you or think about you, you will succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the ingredients to succeed as a speaker, no matter the depression, the challenges, the pains you're going through right now, is to have a good heart. Don't be jealous. Don't be envious. Be hardworking. Don't envy people. Don't think bad, think evil for others. Because when you do that, your blessings will always derail away from you. But when you have a good heart for people, a good heart for your community, a good heart for your country, a good heart for your continent, no matter what people think about you or say about you, you will always succeed. So remember, you don't have any excuse to fail. And I want to charge you, graduating today, fellow students, right from the 12 years diploma program. I know Coco Magdalene is the only student graduating with 12 years, right to the 1 year, 1 month students graduating. You know, I'm thinking of people like Mama Difon and 3 years, 3 weeks, 3 months students. I'm thinking of people like Felix. I'm thinking of people like Cyprian. You know, I'm thinking of people like Joyce, and many of you. You don't have any excuse to fail. So congratulations for succeeding not only in your public speaking studies and graduating today, and for succeeding in life, because I know there is no way you pass through the Texas Institute of Public Speaking and not make it in life. Because there is a spirit, we call the spirit, the Texas spirit. The Texas spirit is the spirit we are charging and leaving you with today. And congratulations to our manager who has been doing an amazing job at training. Special congratulations to my wife who has been supporting me, supporting the entire team always whenever needs be. And congratulations to Yvette and to all the other staff at Texas, to all the amazing students. You are our VIP, you are our most special people, and congratulations to all of you. Congratulations to our amazing guest speaker, Rudolph. I trust what Rudolph can do. Congratulations to our kids, to my girls, Miracle and Favor and Happiness, and of course, Peace. Congratulations to all of you for making it to this graduation ceremony. God bless you, and I'm looking forward to see you at the top. Bye-bye.